I'm going to center my template on my gray piece of paper. And some of you ask, why are we using gray? This paper is really thick and it holds paint really well. It kind of soaks it up like a sponge, and that's why we're using gray. Sometimes with the gray paper, you might have to do 2 coats. When you do 2 coats, it makes a lot of sense to make sure that your first coat is nice and smooth and that you do not have any clumps of paint on your paper, okay? So after you have your circle template, because we're not painting on the circle, you're going to hold it in the center and you're going to use a pencil to trace all the way around it. Okay, once you have that, if you would like to do a shape of a heart, now is your time. Some of us aren't the best at drawing hearts, so it's okay to have a friend help you, okay? So I like to draw a big heart. Hearts have symmetry, so they are the same on both sides, or kind of the same. It's kind of impossible to get it perfectly the same. Okay, and then from there, you can go ahead and start painting your first layer of paint. So while that video was playing, you saw me painting, and I did this part. So this is, the pink's almost already dry. So I can go back in. Anytime you're going to change your color, you need to make sure that you rinse out your brush really well and put it on the rag. If you don't do that, it's going to mess up the other colors. And since we have community paint, we need to be conscientious about our painting partners at our table. So now I'm using these colors. Does anybody know what kind of colors these are? Yes. What do we call them? When they remind us of fire.
Oh, light colors.
Light colors? What do you think?
Hot colors.
Hot colors? Ooh, that's nice. Is there another word too? Yes, ma'am. Warm colors. So there's different ways you can label these colors. I'm about to show you guys how you can take like a big clump of paint and spread it out. Do you see that clump right there? You're just going to pretend like you're sweeping that area, okay? So now that I have that done, I can get started using a smaller brush. So if you need a big brush, you need to let me know. And if you need smaller brushes, you can let me know. Or you can help yourself by going up to the paintbrush drawer and pulling it out, because we're all going to clean our brushes at the end. So then you're going to choose your next colors that you want to do. And we're also going to think about rhythm, balance, and pattern. So those 3 words. Rhythm means it's going to happen again and again and again. Pattern means that it might happen again too with the colors and positions. And then balance, you want to make sure that you're doing it all the way around so that it's not heavy on one side, right? So I can start by adding my paint strokes. So all I'm going to do is put it in the paint, and I'm just going to start out by doing my strokes, and this is going to be on top of the first layer of paint. Some people might say, hey, I just want to paint with gray being the background, and it's your art, but we're not doing centers today, so I want you to take your time. Nobody is in a rush for anything.
What color are you using?
I'm using hot pink. Is it turning up hot pink?
Yeah, like.
And if you do decide to do layers like I'm doing, oh, that's just a tiny bit. It would make a lot of sense to use this in the background and to use the fluorescence on the top layer, okay? Because I do have a black light, and we can set it up in a dark room and see our art glow, which would be really cool. So I'm going to stick with these colors, and I can go back. You might have to reload your brush. And I'm going to continue to go until I'm completely done with all of the space inside this shape. Once I'm finished with my space inside my heart shape, I can move on to the next shape, which is what? What shape comes next?
Yellow.
We have a circle. So I can go back. Remember I said 3 to 5 colors? Is that what I said?
No, 3 to 4 colors.
Let's do 3 to 5. Is that cool? Is that cool? Okay. I'm going to use red because red's also a warm color. I'm going to do straight horizontal lines in the background of my circle. Do you have to copy me? No, you do not have to copy me. You can do it how you want to do it. Am I finished here?
No, ma'am.
Do you see how more spots have more coverage? You can go back and do another layer if you want to. Okay, so I'm not finished until everything has paint strokes on it. Do you have to do this area behind the circle?
No.
No. Do you have to do a heart?
No.
Can you do a circle within a circle? You need to have at least 2 shapes though, and circle is one of the shapes, so you need to pick the other one. How can you make a shape if you don't know how in art class? Yes. You could ask a friend, or could you use a tool?
Yes.
What kind of tool is that called?
Stencil.
A stencil. So I'll put some stencils on the purple table. If you need to use those, you can for your inside shape. Our outside shape is going to be the big circle template. Do you guys understand?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys get